Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rock and Roll Spot coming at you with my review of Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. But yes, I went and saw it. I'm just going to dive right in. Overall thoughts. I felt it was a fitting sequel to Jurassic World. It was fun to watch, and in all honesty, it was better than the sequels to Jurassic Park. The Lost World, Jurassic Park, and Jurassic Park 3. Lost World being the worst of those two, by the way. So, what happens in the movie? There's a volcano on Isla Nublar, the island that that the now closed down park is on, and it has become active. Claire Deering, who was formerly an administrator at the park, she is trying to save as many of the dinosaurs on the island as she can. She's approached by an old acquaintance of John Hammond's, who offers to facilitate at least a partial evacuation to another island with no fences, which I'm just going to presume, is Isla Nublar, or Isla Sorna from Lost World and Jurassic Park 3. Anyways, Claire brings Owen as well as two of the people who work with her currently to the island, where the evac team is already present. However, things do not go as anticipated, and yeah. One thing I will say is that yes, the volcano does go. But I'm pretty much to stop things there. Okay, so let's talk about the cast. We got Bryce Dallas Howard reprising her role as Claire Deering, again, former administrator of the park turned dinosaur activist. Chris Pratt as Owen Grady, former raptor trainer, now wanting to just live a quiet life. Only agrees to go to the island to save Blue, last of his raptors. James Cromwell as Benjamin Lockwood, once associate of John Hammond. Rafe Spall as Eli Mills, Lockwood's right-hand man / attorney. Isabella Sermon as Macy Lockwood, Lockwood's granddaughter. Ted Levine as Ken Wheatley, mercenary and leader of the evac team. B.D. Wong reprising his role as Dr. Henry Wu, scientist from the early days to the end of the park, and as we learned in Jurassic World, a bit more ambitious than we thought. Daniela Pineda as Zia Rodriguez, a paleo-veterinarian who works with Claire. Justice Smith as Franklin Webb, one of the techs working for Claire. Toby Jones as Mr. Eversole, an auctioneer. And of course, Jeff Goldblum as Dr. Ian Malcolm. Something of an expert of sorts on the resurrected dinosaurs. So, the good. Better than expected story. Moved fairly well. There were some small surprises. Something that did come out of left field at me. Good cast, both new and returning. I really can't fault any of them. At least, the ones that were, the ones that got to have established characters, or even somewhat established characters, like, this character's one trait, The dinosaurs look almost as good as they did in the first Jurassic Park movie. It was nice to see Jeff Goldblum reprise his role as Ian Malcolm, though I would have liked to have seen more of him. I'm curious to see what the ending is setting up for. The bad. So far, the reboot movies, as with many reboot series, are taking more than a few cues from their corresponding entry in the initial batch of movies, which does lead to a degree of predictability. Most of the characters are horribly underdeveloped. I mean, it's just like, okay, if a character has more than a couple of traits to them, you know they're going to survive. Otherwise, oh, dinosaur food. And yeah, the ending does make it clear that Universal does plan to make yet another Jurassic World movie. Though, I am curious to see where they're going with it. So, it's a little bit of good, a little bit of bad there. Final verdict, definitely worth seeing in theaters. There are just some amazing moments that just, blew me away. Big, loud, dumb movie about scientifically resurrected dinosaurs. Stand what I expect from a Jurassic World, including bad science and all. Can't forget the bad science. Anyway, the few surprises in the story, the things that did surprise me were actually kind of refreshing. I was expecting something by the numbers, but it was, and a lot of it was by the numbers. But there's also, like I said, there's a few things that did pop up, like, oh, okay, I did not expect that. But yeah, go see it. It's fun. You know, I mean, as fun as a big dumb movie about dinosaurs can be. You know, that's pretty much all I got. I'm gonna try and do a video tomorrow. I got something in mind. We'll see if we can pull it off. Well, that's all I got for today. As always, feel free to like, share, subscribe. You can follow me on social media, links to which, as well as my Patreon, are in the description box down below. This is the Rock and Roll Spock signing off, saying live long and rock hard.